Okay, DJ, gonna first of all let you see your golf swing regular speed. One more time. Okay, then let's look down the line here. Okay. What we were working on, first of all, posture. Let's check your angles here. Okay, compare that to, say, here. Okay, so we have quite a bit of difference in how much more forward your chest is. So your shoulders are much more over your toes, which is going to push your weight a lot of times up on your toes. So we want to get our feet a little bit closer to the ball so that we can stand a little bit taller with our chest. Maybe move our feet up here. Okay, which will help us get our weight more right in here, back in the fat part of our foot, right behind that. Okay, so don't forget about the posture. The second thing we worked on was to make sure we release the club every time. When you release the club, you're hitting it left, but that's because of the club path, and I'll get to that in a minute. But we got to make sure that every time we return, the back of our left wrist needs to be flat and rotated here. On this one right here, you do it, it's a little bit late. See how that left wrist is cupped still there? I'd like it a little bit more flat, and we definitely would like to see a little bit more the club. Be nice if we get the club leaned back a little bit more here, so our hands are there when we get to the ball. Let me show you an example again. Okay. Alright, see how his hands are in front of the ball and the club hasn't gotten there yet? Everything on yours, you have a slight lean there, but you're not to the ball yet. Neither is your hands. Okay, and then there it catches up and is past you. So that's one reason why we hit it fat. We don't have that forward shaft lean. But also, see how much more flat his left wrist is. Now at the last minute, he's going to turn that glove or rotate that left forearm. See there? Boom, and that squares the club face. See that left forearm turning? Okay, and that's what I need you to keep doing every time, so that we get a full release through instead of kind of a lifting motion there. So see how your right hand is facing the sky here, and see how his right hand is facing the sky over here? That's because he's rotated his left forearm, and you've kind of cupped that left wrist. So I hope you get that. If you have a question about that, please let me know. Okay, and then the third thing we started working on, and again, this is the last thing, we need to get into this more in future lessons. We talked about plane, and we talked about how you take it away just a hair flat, and what happens when you take it flat is the club's going to start tipping. As we come down, it's going to tip this direction as we come down, and that's what happens. See how it tips that way? And then this is our downward motion, which is a little bit steeper than the yellow line, which causes the ball to start left of our target. Here you obviously released the club and got it square because we got it going left. If you didn't release the club properly, the ball would have started over here. Okay, and then your follow through is kind of right on your halfway down, which is good, but we need to change it. It needs to be obviously flatter. Okay. And just to give you a visual comparison here. Alright, draw his yellow line. Okay. Halfway back would be the red line. And see how he's much more parallel to that? I mean, he's a hair upright, which is kind of what I'd like to see on the way back, a little bit more upright than flat. And that lets the club come down. So see how his blue line is slightly under the red line where yours is reversed. So with him taking it a little bit more upright, it's allowed him to have the club tip that way coming down. Okay, then he returns the club to the ball and then comes through, and all three lines are very close to each other, which is going to make much more consistent golf shots. Okay, so kind of get a mental image of that. Work on your sticks, but again, big thing, we want to make sure that we are working on posture and release first. If you have any questions, obviously stop by the golf shop and ask me, or send me an email here. It's Ron Hall Jr. at Windstream.net. There's my cell phone right there if you need to get a hold of me. Okay, DJ, enjoyed working with you, and let me know when you're ready to work again.